Discover how
Definition
awareness and
is between
experimentation guide
to
us in
perform
finding our true
like
strengths.
knowledge, skills, training, practice. And we can add that, no problem. And I agree, it gives marginal, sometimes larger margin, sometimes smaller margin effect. Saying there's negative thoughts or counterproductive thoughts or biases or prejudice, sometimes beyond their awareness. Those thoughts are limiting or minimizing their performance. So if a person realizes that fact and then has enough awareness to follow the thought train and let the negative counterproductive ones go, and again, that requires person to know where the person wants to develop and where to go. But if that process is established and followed, it's very quick. It's very quick.
So people talk about this like different types of smart, right? There's the meme back in the day where like you can expect a fish to climb up a tree. How do you know, like, how do you figure out what your smart is, right? Like, how do you know, like, because our school system is set up like basically like over again. Like, how do you learn at a young age? Okay, I'm not gonna be smart in physics, but man, I can really like, I'm a master plumber, right? Or like I'm this certain thing, right? How do you give kids enough time to experiment, right? I don't think we do a good enough job.
What age do you refer to?
Oh man,
Sorry,
we're not. That's fine. We'll say 13 to 18.
13 to 18. That's, I think, one of the most challenging times when kids themselves try to figure out where and what and how and who they are. And when I remember, as much as I can remember my experience, I was quite introvert. I still am. I just learned how to talk, and I was paying attention mostly to the nature. I was browsing and finding some causalities or phenomena, and my journey from that age into the university was paved by my interests. I just was interested in mathematics, physics, informatics at that time, computer science, and that triggered the teachers to send me to the turn of progress to the stage that I didn't need to do the entry exams for the specific faculty of computer science, and it kind of and those situations have repeated in my life. So maybe the summary is, and that does apply not only to the kids or the adolescents, it applies to everybody. It's not easy, but it's possible. I think we have a vibration when we look at the things and choices, and even if we consciously scan them, whether I'm going to go for this, that, or that, I think with one of those, the inner vibration or inner happiness of the body envisioning experience with that choice is higher than the others. And if we are able to read that vibration and recognize the difference, that's what indicates that. And there is no other recipe that I have found so far.
Talk about this some too, like the importance of reinforcement. Like, suppose this kid out there, he's 7 years old. He tells his parents, "Hey, I want to learn to play the piano," and they're like, "Kid, your fingers are too short. I'm not buying you no damn piano. Go do something else, right?" Another kid, they're like, "Okay, your fingers are short, but we'll figure it out, right?" That seems about the points of negative or positive reinforcement for kids or adults, really anyone, really, right?
We are very experiential creatures, and I think as a parents, the best we can do is give the opportunity and just try it. And then, as a additional thing that I have learned in a hard way, and I'm recommending everybody, take an instructor. Everything. I've damaged myself so many sport choices without taking a proper instructor. So I'm always saying, like snowboard, for example, just like the first thing, if you get on the mountain and get the snowboard, it should come together with instructor 100% of the times at the beginning. The same with the piano. If the kid is with the piano, you can let the kid play, but then kid can realize, but the kid is just without any kind of knowledge. If you get somebody to instruct, then it's a completely different experience.
So let's talk about the brain. Time where we understand everything about the brain, or you think that's because we understand like a small amount now, right? Do you think that's just so far past our human knowledge that we never fully understand everything?
Let me help you understand your question. Can you just repeat it, please?
Yeah. So like I'm making this up. I think we only know like 10% of the brain right now. and there's so much we don't know. Like for example, like my thing is like memory, right? You might be somewhere, you might see like this Rubik's cube you have, and it'll bring a memory up, and then all these memories will pop up, but none of them be related to anything you're thinking about, right? Like there's just so much of the brain we don't know, right?
I'm not sure I have any comment about the percentages. I kind of tried my best to understand the basics of neural networks. And that's why we have the ability to replicate the digital neural networks, kind of resembling the probabilities that happen in our neural networks and how they establish the stronger pathways based on our habits and our choices, repeated choices. And I think I see it because I have my first master is computer science. I see it as a biological computer that has the flexibility to rewire depending on our choices. And then we can most likely establish more neural connections. I don't know how much because we have the same number of hours per day. And in one set of actions or different set of actions, the brain will adapt to those that we repeat. But we have that the cycle, the daily cycle is the same.